AI has been a buzzword in legal for quite a while now. People have been discussing it at conferences, debating it on LinkedIn. They've been having AI strategy meetings. But is the talking done? Are we seeing a new era? I'm Darren, and this is Sidebar with Darren, and I am at Clio's flagship conference in Europe, Innovate Legal, where we're going to be having those conversations. AI done talking, now we're doing. Join me in the room where we're going to be discussing this and finding out what comes next.
I'm so excited to be here with you today. This is our third Innovate Legal Summit, and it's just amazing to see such a huge audience gathered here today. In the opening, I talked about the fact that we're creating a movement at Clio, a movement around creating a new and exciting future for the field of law, and thank you for everyone in this room being part of that movement.
I'm now joined by the legend himself, Jack Newton, CEO of Clio. Jack, thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Jack, tell me about Innovate Legal and how much it means to you and how important these kind of events are for your clients and for the industry.
Well, this is really our vision of how do we bring some of the energy that we have at ClioCon, our annual event that we just recently held in Boston, to the UK. And how do we bring the forward-looking lawyers in the UK into one location to co-collaborate with us on what the future of law looks like, what the capabilities of Clio and our entire technology ecosystem need to look like to realize this incredible opportunity we have to transform the legal experience for all and to create a new way of working for lawyers. So it's all about innovation, it's about creativity, and about collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get one more question, actually, because I watched your opening speech today. It was really, really good. I loved the whole link into the kind of space, the dark matter. And
we've got an astronaut speaking, Tim Peake, later this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Need to connect those dots in the opening keynote. So
yeah,
I talked about dark matter and hopefully didn't abuse the metaphor too much.
No, it was really, really good. But I guess the question I want to ask you is, what was the turning point for you when you realized AI was the real deal? Like, what was that moment for you?
I mean, what's interesting for me is my academic background is actually in machine learning. I, back in the early 2000s, did a master's degree in machine learning and actually came this close to doing a PhD with Jeff Hinton at the University of Toronto. And for anyone listening that doesn't know, Jeff is the grandfather of AI, the grandfather of machine learning and neural networks, and in many ways built the foundations for what large language models are able to do today. And so for me, it was a really cool full circle moment when you just look at, basically 20 years of evolution of capabilities of computing from 2003 when I did my master's degree to 2023 when ChatGPT came out. That was the light bulb moment for me where I realized, wow, these what felt like pretty basic technologies in 2003 with 20 years of evolution and computing horsepower increasing. We used to talk about training models when I was in grad school on a few gigabytes of data, and that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And now you have models that are literally trained on the entirety of human knowledge, petabytes of data from the internet and other sources, and computing power that was unimaginable in 2003. And you have, what seems like true artificial intelligence. And seeing ChatGPT 3.5 and then 4, for me, was the light bulb moment where I realized, early in 2003, this is going to change everything. This is the promise of what we hoped AI would be for the last 40, 50 years finally coming to fruition.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to ask you what the next 5 years looks like because I was at the partner day yesterday, and I think none of us know, to be fair. Like, we've got some ideas of what it could be, but I don't think we actually know what 5 years can be, because I think you said yesterday something around spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets
You
and transformation.
yeah, you mentioned accountants thought that they were going to kind of be out of work, but actually they were getting the higher kind of priority
That's right.
pieces of work.
Yeah, I think it's the same with legal.
Yeah.
We're going to see LLMs transform the nature of legal work. It's going to allow lawyers to move higher up the value chain. It's going to give lawyers a huge amount of leverage in the same way that spreadsheets gave accountants a huge amount of leverage as well. But the truth of it is, spreadsheets were a new technology that evolved incrementally over the next 20 years. They came out in the 1970s. And at the end of the day, Excel today or Google Sheets today doesn't look all that different than VisiCalc looked in the late 1970s. What is truly different about the nature of what's happening with AI is we're at the knee of an exponential curve. And that's why when I was asked that question yesterday, I didn't pretend to know an answer of where will this be in 25, or I was asked where will it be in 20 years, 15 years. I said even in 5 years, it's hard to predict where we're going to be when you have folks like Sam Altman and Dario Mode that are knee deep in this stuff at the frontier labs, not sure where it's going to all go. All I can say is that the rate of change is accelerating, and even in the last 6 months, the capabilities that have been unlocked are mind-blowing. Strap yourself in, because the next 5 years are going to be even more dramatic change.
Because you said it took us 15 years almost to get cloud adopted, and only 15 months to bring AI in. I mean, that's it. That is just absolutely, like, when you think about that, I remember the pain points to get firms confident and comfortable using cloud, and now everyone's accepting AI. I think it's just, we know.
And it is really true that time frame has been compressed by an order of magnitude. I lived it firsthand. It took 15 years to get to the point where the cloud was generally accepted, and it's happened in 15 months with AI, and it's just incredible to see. But I think it's because lawyers realize instinctively the value it's unlocking for their law firms and the capabilities it's unlocking for their law firms.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Jack, I know you've got a lot of people to talk to today, so I won't keep you much longer.
Thanks for
but I
having
just
me.
want to say, no, you're very welcome. Just want to say Jack has signed a book for us. So if you like, subscribe to our channel, follow us. I'm going to put you into a draw, and the winner will win a signed copy of Jack's book, The Client-Centered Law Firm. So please like, share, and comment, and you get a chance to win this book. Thank you very much, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. The next session was hosted by Clio's very own Ronnie Gurian. The panel included Adam Creasy, Dr. Peter Fields, Lynn Harris, and Marcin Durlak. The session was on From Strategy to Success, Real Stories of a Modern Law Firm Transformation. I was outside the room capturing live feedback. I'll just grab you for a quick interview. Just 2 quick questions. First of all, key takeaway from that session?
Key takeaway is that change is here already, and we've got to all be on board and move forward with that.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is AI living up to its expectations?
It's gone beyond, I would say.
So
beyond
scale
10.
1 to 10, beyond 10,
10.
beyond 10. You've heard it first. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Can I grab you for a quick interview? Hi. Yep. What was your key takeaway from that session?
I guess innovation should be smooth, like the speaker said, invisible, and also I guess law firms have to restructure how they structure their workflows.
Absolutely. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is AI delivering on its promise?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just 2 quick questions. What's your key takeaway from that session? Who wants to go first?
Humans.
Humans?
I like the mix of humans and technology. It's got to be a good mix.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is AI delivering on its promise? What, 10 being significantly well?
I'd say 7 at the moment.
7?
I was going to say 6.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, the hot seat. 4 legal leaders, rapid fire questions, 0 time to think. The rules were simple. Answer fast or move on. No deliberating, no hedging, just instinct under pressure. Let's see how they held up. Okay, question 1. Are we past the hype or still in it for AI?
Still in it.
Still in it, I think.
Still in it.
Still an hype.
One word to describe where legal AI actually is right now.
Oh God, I can't think.
I'm gonna have to buzz you.
Transforming.
I'd say pretty advanced. Cutting edge.
Ooh, getting there.
What is AI in legal generally good at right now, and what is it still terrible at?
Good at talking, less good at doing.
It's still terrible at transforming overall processes. It's very good for point solutions still.
Driving efficiency, building strategy.
Thinking for itself. And what's it good at? Doing all the things that lawyers don't want to do.
Okay, which part of the legal profession is AI going to hit the hardest, and who's not ready for it yet?
Oh God, I think it's going to start from the bottom up, probably the low-level tasks, and then it will hit the C-suite last of all. I wonder why.
I think it's going to hit consumer sectors the hardest, and I think a lot of them aren't ready for it.
I think those that are fearful of the change are not ready for it, and I think where it's going to hit is we need to rethink about how we support trainees.
Paralegals.
Well, in 10 years, will junior lawyers still exist?
Yes.
Yes, but they will look very different.
I think they will, but the type of work they do will be very different.
Yes.
What would you tell a law firm partner today who still thinks AI is 3 to 5 years away?
I hope you keep thinking that, because I'm going to snap up all the opportunities that you leave behind.
Move on.
I would like.
Gotta move on.
Get on it now. It's here, it's happening. If you're not adapting to change and thinking about strategies for your law firm, you're behind.
Open an internet browser and read.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
iPhone.
Android.
iPhone, always.
What would your job title be if you had to completely be honest about what you actually do every day?
Oh, wow. Counsellor, strategist, international GM, jack of all trades.
Oh God. Mastermind.
Mrs. Worldwide.
Chief delegator.
If you could uninvent one thing in the legal industry, what would it be?
Uninvent?
Uninvent. If you could uninvent one thing.
Well, I can't say because I'll get in trouble.
We'll move on.
There's a few companies I wish did exist, yeah.
Billable hour.
Nothing.
There's nothing you'd uninvent.
Nothing.
Okay.
Billable hour. I bet everyone said
I
that.
thought you were going to say that. Final question. Innovate Legal, Clio's European conference. One word to describe the energy in the room today.
Oh, electric energy.
Fantastic.
Oh, momentum. It's been incredible. It's been electric.
Brilliant.
Few words.
Sarah, thank you so much. If you want to see more episodes like this, keep following Sidebar with Darren. The next session I attended was hosted by Kirsty Papin, founder and director of Aries Legal Practice Management. She was hosting a panel on building law firms people want to work for. Joining her on the panel was Carrie Stevenson, Hannah Becco and Patrick McCann. I was outside the room after giving feedback. That's fine. I'm joined by Amir Ali. He's just been in this session with Kirsty. What's your key takeaway?
Key takeaway for law firms really is if you're thinking it, say it, and if you're saying it, do it. The problem is lots of law firms talk the talk, they don't walk the walk. They need to start walking the walk.
Yeah.
That's my key takeaway from the session.
Absolutely. And on a scale of 1 to 10, is AI delivering on its promise?
11.
Just grab you for a moment. How was that session? What was your key takeaway?
Really good. I mean, just all of it about how we need to be totally aware about AI and embracing it and making sure that everybody feels included.
Yeah, absolutely. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is AI living up to its promise?
I think it's really important. It's moving fast, probably moving faster than we'd all like it to be.
Scale of 1 to 10? 10 being it really is and 1 being it's not?
Probably about 7 or 8 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
7 or 8,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Cheers.
So we're halfway through the day. It's been great. We've had some amazing conversations. Spoke with Jack Newton today. He made a really, really good point about how it took us 15 years to adopt cloud technology within law firms and only 15 months for AI to take and be adopted. So the event's been great. And right now, Tim Peake is just finishing off his keynote, which has been absolutely incredible to hear. What he experienced up in space was just so phenomenal. And that's what Innovate Legal is all about. It's bringing the positivity and the energy to a conference. So we've still got a few hours left, but so far learning a lot about how technology is really helping firms progress and improve on what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. I'm Darren, this is Sidebar with Darren.
Thank you very much, and I'm absolutely delighted to join you all this afternoon.
So the crews are going to need to have autonomous decision-making capability, and that means using artificial intelligence to assist them in their decision-making capability.
Quick reaction? Yeah, Tim Peake, what did you think?
Oh my God, that was an amazing talk that he just gave. I thought, 16.8 million years to produce the human race, and now, you look around, it goes up to space, and you can't see anything else. That was great. And actually, the thing I didn't realise is how much the International Space Station actually does for us back down here on Earth.
I think that was, it was remarkable. And also, was it 16 kilometres of our atmosphere that we've got to protect? What was your key takeaway?
My key takeaway is actually how small we are as an individual, and how you feel like you're having a profound effect, but actually it's collaboration that makes that profound effect. So we need to work together more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. What did you think?
Yeah, amazing. Fantastic. Yeah.
What was your one key takeaway?
One key takeaway was try hard and take risks and hopefully succeed.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Quick reaction to Tim Peake. What did you think?
Out of this world? Is that too?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. One key takeaway from that?
Key takeaway is we are all on one planet, and really humanity needs to band together at this time and work in conjunction with AI. It is something that is going to elevate all of us, and we can use it for good, but I think we need to be very careful about its capabilities. So,
on a scale of 1 to 10, is AI living up to its promise?
I think I put it at a 12.
You heard that there. Brilliant. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Sidebar with Darren.
Welcome back to Sidebar with Darren. I'm now joined by CBE Stephanie Boyce. Thank you for joining us, Stephanie, on the series. This is episode 2. We're here at Innovate Legal, Clio's flagship European conference. What I'd like you to do, Stephanie, is to tell us a little bit about you, but not the LinkedIn version. Let's hear about the version you tell at a dinner party.
The version I tell at the dinner party is the same version I tell on LinkedIn.
Fair enough.
So, I'm Stephanie Boyce, former president of the Law Society of England and Wales, trailblazer, campaigner, advocate for equality, inclusion, fairness, diversity, and access to justice.
Brilliant. What I want to talk about is AI, and some people are pushing back on that. Are they right to push back on it? What's your overall thoughts?
Absolutely. I think, AI is one of the biggest disruptors that we've seen. And it's disrupting so many things, our lives, the way we live, how we integrate and converse with each other. So I think it's right that people are pushing back, because we are seeing AI as that great disruptor. And of course, I have been one of those individuals that have spoken about some of the concerns I have around it, in terms of some of the biases. My concern is around some of those inbuilt biases that perhaps we don't realise. I worry about automated decision making. And I do believe that there is a place for humans within this. And I think there's a responsibility on all of us to remember that AI, the language models and so forth, they are a tool rather than, in place of.
Yeah, that's a really interesting answer, actually, because we've spoken to a lot of people today, and we're hearing both sides of this, and it's really interesting to hear your sides, Stephanie. So, question about Clio. So obviously Clio, they put on this kind of event. They run lots of events globally, but this is their kind of flagship European summit. Mm-hmm. How important is it that Clio does this for their clients, for their industry, for their partners?
Absolutely. I mean, when you have a conference like this and you bring together so many different diverse voices and users, you can only but build on that network and that knowledge of information. So I think as a convener, it is absolutely vital that Clio does this and continues to do it. And it's amazing how many people are in this space and how many people are talking positively about Clio and what it means and how it has enabled their business to thrive.
Excellent. One last thing. you've got a big day tomorrow.
I have
Can you
indeed.
tell our viewers what you're up to tomorrow? I think it's really exciting, and I want to wish you a huge congratulations, but spill the beans.
Thank you very much. So tomorrow is my investiture day. I'm going to Windsor Castle to collect my CBE, which I was awarded in the New Year's Honour by the King.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased
Thank
to
you.
have met you again, and congratulations on this huge honour, and you truly deserve it. So thank you so much.
Sidebar with Darren.
Hi, welcome back to Sidebar with Darren. I'm joined by Ed Walters, VP of Legal, Innovation and Strategy for Clio. Ed, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having us today at Innovate Legal. It's been fantastic so far. Ed, I want you to tell everyone a bit about yourself, but not what they'd see on LinkedIn, the kind of conversation you'd have at a dinner table with friends. Introduce yourself in that kind of style.
Yeah, so I think the LinkedIn profile would be something different. If I were telling friends, I would say most of the legal world is going to experience legal AI for the first time through Clio. I actually have real conviction about this.
Right.
And I want to be the light at the front door. I want to be illuminating the work that we're doing and welcoming people into what's going to be a very exciting time.
Brilliant. Well, I think you're definitely doing that for sure. Okay, let's talk about the hot topic, AI. So when did AI for you start becoming more the talked about thing and actually become reality for you? When was that turning point for you in AI?
You know, I taught a class at Georgetown Law from 2014 on called The Law of Robots. And it was about how law would deal with decisions made by machines and AI. So I've been thinking about this for a long time, but the point where I really started doing it was that GPT 3.5 moment. The day it came out, November 30th, 2022, I was sitting in my office and I saw a tweet about the first version of ChatGPT where someone had generated a verse about how to remove peanut butter sandwich from a VCR,
Wow.
but in the style of the Bible. And I was sitting in my office and I audibly said, "Oh my God." And my wife came in and said, what just happened? And I said, everything just changed. The very first tweet that I saw, I knew the world was completely different. We had worked with GPT-2, we had worked with some of the early tools like BERT. The 3.5 version and the later 4 version changed everything.
So that was that moment. You knew that moment the world was changing for hopefully the better.
I saw it the day it launched, and I knew immediately everything was different.
That's amazing. Okay, Ed, look, last question.
Yeah.
Clio Innovate, or Innovate Legal, a Clio flagship European conference. What does it mean to you? You're obviously, you've recently become part of the Clio family. How important are things like this, what Clio are doing in the industry and globally with these kind of events?
It's so exciting. I mean, I've seen this technology industry for quite some time. I started Fastcase in 1999, and I've seen lots of people describe times or products as revolutionary or different or groundbreaking. I've never seen anything like this. And the scale that is global and our ability to really change the way justice is administered, fundamental. This is bigger than anything I've ever seen in 30 years of doing this.
Brilliant. I love that. Thank you, Ed. It's been so good talking to you.
Yeah, thank you,
And
Darren.
lovely meeting you. And thank you very much for being on the show.
Yeah.
Episode 2, if you want to see more, please follow Sidebar with Darren. Okay, we're at the closing point of Innovate Legal 2026. What a day it's been. We asked a lot of people about whether AI was delivering on its promise, giving it a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being really delivering. I would say 80% of people were saying 10 or above. So I think that gives you an indication that people have got the confidence in AI. What a conference it's been. You'll see behind me, people are networking. They're happy to be here. They're sharing ideas. We've had some amazing conversations today. We've also got the hot seat segment, so please keep an eye out for that and see what people have said when they don't get a chance to think. I want to say a big thank you to Jameson Legal Tech for your support on this series and of course on this episode. And all that's left for me to say now is I'm Darren, this is Sidebar with Darren, and I'll see you at the next event.